All right, so this is for people that either missed my class, couldn't get their account going. If you didn't sign in, you didn't join Scratch, go ahead and join Scratch by clicking over here and creating an account. That way you'll be able to save your work so that when we come back to class, hopefully next week, you will have all the assignments that we have done while we were out, starting with this one. Now, some of you may already have this done. Just double check, go into Scratch, sign in, and make sure that you have everything that we went over in class and that whatever's in this video, you already have. Okay? If you don't, it's okay to start over and get this information so that you know how to use Scratch once we get back to class. So go ahead and pause if you need to sign in or join Scratch, and then unpause it so that we can continue. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do once we get our account is to click on the Create button right here, and we're going to get rid of this tutorial. And this is the main part of the screen where we're going to be doing our programming. These color-coded areas right here, this is for motion. This is to change something to our looks, get some sound in there, events, when we need controls, sensing, and variables are things we're going to look at today. So first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to Events and click on When Flag Clicked. What this will do is that whenever we click this flag here, it'll start our program. But we're not quite ready for that yet, so we're going to go to Control, take Forever, put it here, then go to Motion, and then we're going to turn 15 degrees. So what this will do is it just keep going. So if we click on the flag here, you can see that our cat just goes berserk, going around forever, because that's what we put in our program. Click Stop. Now for our sprite, our cat, we're going to change the sprite to the cat. And now we can hide him, we can show him. The X and the Y axis is to position him wherever we want. We'll see more of that later. And if we want to change the size or his orientation, so we're going to make him 90 degrees. Just typing in makes it a little easier. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of this. And what I want to do is go to Control, put in the if-then statement. Now what this will do is it'll allow us to put in a sensor. So what we want to do is key space pressed and put it into the symbol here where it belongs. And then we're going to go back to motion and we're going to move 10 steps. Okay? So now when we run our program, if we hit the space bar, you could see he's going to move 10 steps in the direction that he's facing. As you can see here, this is the XY axis. We want him back in the center, so we're going to put him 0, 0. And this is just an example of what we're going to be doing, but we want to be able to control our cat, so we're going to take out the move 10 steps now. And if I'm going too fast, you just pause me and do what you got to do on your screen, and then come back to what I'm doing. A good way to do that is if you have another tab up here where you have my video or Scratch, and then you just go back and forth between the two tabs. So you see what I'm doing, click on tab, and then do your Scratch, okay? Now, if you miss something, just go ahead and rewind and get what you need and come back. You can go at your own pace. That's what's nice about this. So what I want you to do is I want you to take the change X by 10. And you'll notice when we run our program again, if we press the space bar, he's going to move in the X direction, which was the same as it was before, except now he's only going to be going right. Okay? If we had changed his orientation before, he would have been moving that direction, but here, no matter which way he's facing, he's going to go to the right, because on our XY axis, positive X goes to the right, goes in this direction. So now, in order to control him, if you play video games, you know that D is what we do, what we press to make him go right. So now when we restart our program, press D, he's going to the right. but we need to make them go to the left as well. So we're going to right click here where it says the if, and we're going to click duplicate, and we're going to put it underneath. Now make sure it goes just underneath the entire if statement, if then statement. If you put it inside here, it's going to mess up the program. So we want it right here underneath, so it's its own if then statement. If we put it over here, it's going to, you see how it's kind of inside the brackets? I know it's hard to see, but that is a big no-no. It's going to mess up the program. It's not going to work. Well, in order to go to the left, we need to change this to A because that's the traditional. But if we leave it here, he's going to continue going right. So in order to go left, we need to put -10. Okay? So now when we run our program, if we hit the A, he goes to the left. If we hit the D, he goes right. But we need him to go up and down, so we're going to duplicate this again by right-clicking, duplicate, put it here, duplicate this, put it here, and now we need to change this to go up, which is W, and down, which is S. But changing X is not going to help us, so we need to take these guys out, and we're going to replace them with change Y by. Now, the W is going to be fine because +10 works, but going down, we need -10 for the Y. Now, when we run our program, we should be able to go to the left with A. Hold on a second. D makes us go right, W makes us go up, and S makes us go down, just like you would in a video game. But as with all video games, this is boring. You can't just move around and that's it. You need to have some sort of goal. So what we're going to do is go down here to Sprite, click on the magnifying glass, and we're going to pick something him to eat. Let's pick an apple. Okay, so now we got an apple here, and you notice all of the commands we wrote are gone. But if we click on cat, you can see it pops back up. Right now we're on the apple, and so now we need to put commands in for the apple. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to events, when flag is clicked, then we're going to go to control, forever, and then we're going to put if then statement inside, and then we're going to go to sensor, touching, going to put touching here. We're going to drop down our menu to change it to cat. And then we're going to go to motion, and we're going to go to random position. Okay? Now when we run our program, check out what happens here. So now we move around. Every time we touch the apple, it's going to move to a random location. But we need to be able to record our score. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to variables. We're going to make a variable. We're going to call it score. And you can see here score is now listed. But what we want to do is we want to set the score. So we take set my variable, change it to score. So it changes to 0. Every time we start a new game, it's going to go to 0. But we have to record our score. So we're going to take the change my variable and put it here. So we're going to change the score by 1 when we touch the cat. So check it out. Now that we've got this thing set up, every time we touch the apple, our score goes up. All right, I'm going to stop it here for our first part. And so when we come back to class, if this is the last lesson you have before you get back to class, then this is what should be on your account, and we can continue from there. And if we're not back at school and I have to do another lesson like this, we'll do part 2 until we catch up to where we were. Okay? Thanks for watching. I hope you're able to follow it. Like I said, if you miss something, rewind it, play it again until you get it right, and you have all of these instructions.